Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 2nd of January for the Sun or the Ascendant. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm astrologer Patrick Arundell. I've had 29 million views on YouTube. If you're new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you'd subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for joining me once more. Now, I'm going to give an overview of what we can collectively expect, but please stay with me. I will then dive deep to give you, in forensic detail, a forecast for Aries through to Pisces for each of the 12 signs. Now, this week begins with Venus aligned alongside Pluto, and this is really going to see some important conversations around work, our professional aspirations, but also see us talking to people who may be very influential. But on Tuesday, Venus makes its way into the free-spirited sign of Aquarius. Venus, Aquarius people tend to have unusual relationships. The more steadfast and traditional vibe of Capricorn, therefore, is offset by this more progressive energy. Also, Uranus, the modern ruler of Aquarius, links brilliantly to the Sun from Tuesday through to the end of this week, and the Sun is still in Capricorn. So we're being asked to look at things in a fresh and altered way. Also, with Mercury continued to retrograde in Capricorn, but linking beautifully with Neptune, if we can embrace our compassion and our sensitivity, as well as grappling with those worldly realities of increased costs and perhaps a reduced amount of income for some people, that's also going to be a valuable thing to do. In fact, Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn but in Aquarius, is in a really sweet semi-sextile to Neptune through to the middle of this month. So this is a kind of progressive energy we're all needing to work with. Now, this week also sees Venus angling quite fantastically with Jupiter. In traditional astrology, Jupiter is known as the greater benefic and Venus the lesser benefic, the two planets of fortune. But their alliance at the early part of this year does bring the potential for some social connection, some interaction that's a little bit unusual. Very often we're all hunkering down, focusing on those New Year's resolutions, recovering from the cost of the festive expenditure, and perhaps in the Northern Hemisphere dealing with colder weather. But some fraternity and our connections to others that are valuable are certainly going to be to the fore from Monday through to Friday. Now, please stay with me for your in-depth zodiac sign forecast. But we're now in year 2023. If you'd like to get your 12-month forecast, it will be produced from the time of your order. So if you ordered on the 8th of January, you would get a forecast through to the 8th of January 2024. Also, you'll get in my special package, your Life Roadmap Report, which gives you some incredible insights into your true potential, but also will help you to understand some repetitive trends. Now, that package has got 30% off. Please see the link below. But I'll also send you your general zodiac forecast, your Chinese forecast, your Indian forecast, and your love forecast for 2023 by zodiac sign, all completely free of charge. Please see below for more. So Taurus, your week commencing the 2nd of January forecast could see you rethinking some travel plans, anything to do with higher education. There could be a lot of discussion around a contractual matter. Maybe something to do with publishing as well is something that you're actively considering. Because Venus moves to the top of your chart, a way of expressing yourself, particularly to influential people, is going to be a real asset over the next 28 days. But of course, Jupiter is tucked up in your 12th house, but you can use the more Piscean energy of Jupiter, which it also rules, to see that inspiration comes in many forms, and perhaps because you may be feeling a little stymied in some ways, the two planets of fortune working together could be that someone that you know can give you some information or guidance discreetly, which actually can be hugely valuable to you. Now, of course, Uranus continues to be in your sign. This can be a very radical, restless, and turbulent influence, but it's linked to the sun, is asking you to continue to dare to be different or dare to be really authentically yourself. Because you do have that preference for stability, this is really a bit counterintuitive for you. It's really pushing you to be experimental, just at a time, of course, when Mercury can see lines of communication a bit blurred, some misunderstandings occur, and that could make things a little bit tricky. What supports you, however, is that the North Node in your sign forges a magical link to the Sun on Monday. So if you need to read situations, I feel the information that you're gathering at the moment needs to be utterly reliable, and any approaches that you take do need to be ethical too. Any shortcuts might not work out for you. You could gain some benefits initially, but then things could unravel, and that partly, I think, is because of Mercury retrograding, but also it's linked to Neptune. This is asking you to embrace the more spiritual dimension in how you expand your horizons.